Yeah, so no, I promise that is not what I'm doing. I work for a company that helps people not do that at all. I swear. Okay. No, no, absolutely not. We're not checking backup logs manually. Are you crazy? That's not something that people do anymore. Or do they? I don't know. We're not doing that anyways. All right, officer. Okay, well, we'll talk to you soon. Yeah. So that was our friends over at the backup police coming to find out if we were checking backup logs manually, which of course we're not. Anyways, thank you for having me here, Matt and Kevin. It's good to see everybody. I decided that the quota of bald heads today was already at its peak, and so I'm wearing a backup radar cap. I hope you don't mind that. So I wanted to start with some science. We know for a fact that 100% of techs hate checking backup logs. Now, this might come as a surprise to some of you. It certainly doesn't come to me as a surprise. I've been an MSP myself for the last 16 years, and I can assure you that I do not enjoy doing this task. And so, why don't we enjoy doing these things? Well, of course, the mind-numbing piece, brain-rotting, soul-crushing, time-wasting concern that is checking backup logs. But most importantly, I think the human component of that is really a challenge. It is really error-prone. And the day that you miss checking something, or if stuff is coming into an email shared mailbox or something, or if you're sending tickets that people are just closing because they're repetitive, this starts to become a real problem. And so certainly the backup log challenge is real, and so we want to try and help eliminate that. The other thing is once you sort of incorporate a little bit of process into your MSP, you start sending some of these backup logs into your ticketing. Most of those things are just sending email report tickets. There's no intelligence or smart stuff going on behind the scenes there for that. So it becomes really overwhelming from a noise perspective. And again, we want to have less noise, less tickets, and be able to address things more specifically based on what's happening in your environment. If a customer's backup appliance is generating ticket after ticket after ticket because it's just sending a normal email, it might not be so helpful. One of the things that Backup Radar does is it brings in the ability to auto group tickets from the same appliance that are happening sort of in close succession, group those tickets, and even auto close those tickets when the issue is somehow magically resolved. And so you may not walk into just a long list of tickets that you have to work on at the service desk level, wasting a bunch of time, of course. In addition to that, well, that ticketing, those grouping rules are customizable. You get a chance to decide how you want to do that across the different customers, of course. So very powerful as well. So the other challenge that we have as MSPs is that, and we love standardization. We love to talk about standardization, and we talk a pretty big game about how we're fully standardized. But we know that when we ingest a new client, we also ingest their tech stack. It might be 3 months, it might be 6 months. You might end up supporting that other backup platform that they came along with, for years because of retention history or some other requirement or compliance that they may have. And so as soon as you start introducing more backup platforms or more dashboards, you got more problems. And so this is a challenge as well. Obviously, you don't want to have to be in multiple reporting engines at once in order to find out if things are working or not. You want to try and centralize that. So we centralize that into a single backup reporting dashboard across all your clients. Gives you a lot of flexibility and centralized oversight. One of the things we love about Backup Writer, for sure. So the other thing about dashboards is that generally they don't tell you what they're not doing. And so when an appliance is hung or a backup process or a backup client is not working, they may not send a report or an alert at all. And so these may be unnoticed for weeks or days, and that situation can become a real problem. So one of the things I love about Backup Radar is this idea of no results monitoring. In the dashboard, we'll show you when a backup agent or a backup server is not actually sending any reports at all. Very powerful. So I've got video evidence of a MSP telling a client about their amazing backup features. The reality is the clients don't care, but I know that you guys care. And so I want to tell you a little bit about the things that make us awesome. This intelligent ticketing, I think, is a really key piece of that. White label reporting that you can make available to your clients. I think clients do care about the reporting. They love to know that things are working. And I think this is one of those things that gives you the certainty of showing that backup is working. We have API-based and email integrations with over 300 vendors, so the chances that we support the vendor you're using today are pretty high. Again, the no results monitoring, which is super cool. And then the trend visualization, and being able to log into a single dashboard and see at a glance what customers are having successful backups versus not is, I think, very powerful too. We have a number of things that we do. Of course, in this day and age, I think any product that is not helping increase efficiency is probably missing the mark right out of the gate. But I wanted to mention, growing revenue can sometimes be tricky with a backup product, because if you have to say no to a client because they're not going to agree to your stack, that's no bueno. So you definitely want to let them bring their stack in, support it even as a transition period, and work with them on that. Retain the revenue. If you have a single backup incident, you're going to likely lose that client. So knowing what's going on is key. Efficiency, again, the backup log story. What do you want to do with that? If you are checking backup logs manually today, you got to stop that. This is one of your biggest time wastes in the business. And of course, we help you reduce that cost, removing hours from your day, increasing that profit margin, because you want to grow your top line revenue faster than your expenses. And we're helping remove a lot of that time waste. And again, the backup reporting is so key for customers that require compliance on their side of the story too. So this might actually give your clients a lot of additional value as you continue to try and articulate value from the MSP to your customers. So some of our channel program highlights, Backup Radar was created by an MSP. Patrick Leonard was our founder, and he's an MSP himself. And so we really do know what's going on here from an MSP perspective. I've been one myself for 16 years, and so I think we have a lot of input into helping you drive a really good onboarding process. We work with you one-on-one to help configure Backup Radar to your specific workflows and such. In fact, in our breakout room, we'll have Travis, who really knows the platform inside and out, able to answer any of your questions. We're integrated with almost every backup vendor, white label reports to clients, and a dedicated partner success team that's going to help you ensure that you're successful in removing some of that time waste from your business. We're also giving away a drone today, so please join us in our breakout room. We'd love to chat with you more about our solution and how it's going to help you claim back a lot of that time, and hopefully you can win a drone. So we'll see you soon. Thank you, everybody, very much, and we'll catch you on the other side.